Hey guys, just gonna make a quick video here about these Magwells that I found from Driven Arms Company. Hadn't seen much on the internet about them, and thought it might be helpful for some of you guys out there. Whenever you're looking at all the options out there, 3D printing's come a long way, and I know the HRF is really popular, and I almost pulled the trigger on one of those. But then I found these guys, and they seemed like a pretty solid solution. So this is the slip fit Magwell, as they call it, for this forged lower. You can see it's just it's just palmetto lower, nothing too special about it. But the fit's pretty great. As you can see here, better light maybe. Let me try it there. Yeah, that'll work. You know, the chamfer in there is pretty solid. Fades in all right. I hear there's not much of a lip to speak of, really. It does right there kind of overrides that a little bit, kind of rounds those corners a bit. I can appreciate that. And then they leave this portion open, I would assume, for the like Gen 3 PMags that have that over insertion tab there. But yeah, it's just one bolt through there. I don't know if this is SLS printed or what, but I mean the finish is great. It feels really solid. You would be able to tell me this was injection molded, and I would believe you. I guess they did this in collaboration with Dark Industries for the design work. But pretty solid. But what really surprised me, because I got the one for my Griffin here first, was the level of detail at which they adapted this to the Griffin lower. So if you have a Griffin Mark II lower, you know that there's a pretty good flare on the Magwell already. They do a good job of beveling that out. But man, just a continuation of the same angle on the Driven Arms Magwell, just smooth. It's a little bit of a ledge in there, but I would call that a tolerance stacking issue. This side is great, and I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. It's massive. It's great. I mean, it just eats the mags. Again, with Dark Industries. But you can see here, I mean, if we're comparing apples to apples, it's actually the exact same size of flare to the Magwell. Sorry, guys. They're virtually identical. You arguably just get a more seamless flare with the Griffin Mark II here than you do the standard forged. But the actual feed lips and the height and everything is identical, which kind of surprised me. I expected the Griffin Mark II to be like larger, especially if you look at it, from this perspective. It is thicker. I would assume just because they needed to add more material here to kind of bulk out, make it a little more sturdy on the flare, because of the pre-existing flare on this Magwell. So it is, and it looks clean. But the only the lockup is great for being a single screw on this Griffin Mark II. I mean, you can like pull on it a little, I guess, but like it's basically non-existent, no movement. Just great, good piece of kit. This side on the forged, there is a little bit of movement right here. You can see, I don't know, just a little bit planted here. The slightest bit of movement there. Not enough for me to worry about. I really could care less. It's a 3D printed part. It's not mission critical. It's just a nice to have, right? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. I think they're like $50. The customer service was great too. Whenever I went onto their website, I initially was looking for a flared Magwell for this guy, and was searching, came across Driven Arms, preferred the style of them compared to the HRF and then the single bolt back here. But I ended up ordering the slip fit Magwell for the standard AR first. And then as soon as I placed the order, discovered that they had one for the Mark II. And so I fired off a quick email to customer service and just asked them if they could swap that because the price was the same and that I'd made a mistake. And they were great. Responded really quickly the next day and apologized for being late to respond by responding the next day. Got it switched out, no issue. And I was so happy with how this one turned out that I went ahead and ordered one for the standard AR forged lower anyway. So I guess, hindsight, I probably could have just left that order and not bothered them on the customer service side and then ordered this one later. But yeah, it gave me a good taste of what their customer service is like, and they were on it, fast shipping. Just it seems like a really solid product, well designed, really well designed, and just if you're looking for kind of a nice to have for your lowers, something to keep in mind. Whenever you're looking at all the options out there with the advent of 3D printing on us. Anyway, that's all. You guys have a good day.